It's me, Mario!
Actually, no, it's a me, Andy C from Pieces of 8-Bit. Welcome to this week's The Bit Between. You can probably guess what we're going to be talking about today, but it all started here. This is the game that defined 3D platforming and changed video games forever, and in this playthrough I'm going to be diving back into, of course, Super Mario 64, the iconic Nintendo 64 launch title that showed the world what 3D gaming really could be. It was released in 1996 alongside the Nintendo 64. Super Mario 64 blew players away with its freedom of movement, its open worlds, and incredible sense of discovery. You obviously play as Mario, and you're exploring Princess Peach's castle, leaping through paintings to recover stolen Power Stars, and you take on Bowser in a series of vibrant, imaginative worlds, of course. Developed by Nintendo's legendary team, it was a technical and creative masterpiece and a launch game so good it sold the console on its own, really. Critics hailed it as absolutely revolutionary, and nearly 30 years later it's still considered to be one of the greatest and most influential games ever made. So, reviews, absolutely glowing. 9.8, I think I saw one review somewhere. It's fantastic. It demonstrates what the analog stick can do as well, which was a fairly new thing at the time. Full 3D movement, dynamic camera control, open world level design, all of which were kind of unheard of in 1996. As I mentioned, it came out in 1996. It came out in June in Japan, and it came out in September in North America. And yes, Super Mario 64 launched alongside the N64 in every region. And in Japan, there were only really 2 titles available. So you had Super Mario 64 and Pilot winning 64. So yes, Nintendo Mario 64 basically carried the system's debut, and it wasn't just a new Mario game, it was the tech demo and showcase and system seller all in one, and most early adopters bought the N64 because of it. So there you go, that is a little bit of the background. So what we're going to do is we're going to just play through for maybe 10, possibly 15 minutes, just so you can get a feel. I have been playing the game a little bit on the I've actually been playing it on the Switch. My advice to you would be go and play it on the Switch. It looks fantastic. This is actually emulated purely for recording, but it looks so much better on a modern platform versus actually just playing it on the N64 on a big TV. It is just fantastic. Oh, I remember this level. This is where I lost all my lives, essentially, doing this slip and slide thing. I kept falling off the side, but yes. Okay, let's dive in and let's have a play of Super Mario 64. Alright, so here we go. We have reached Princess Toadstool's castle via a warp pipe. Using the controller is a piece of cake. Press A to jump and B to attack. Okay. B to read signs. Use the control stick, easy for me to say, in center of the controller to move Mario around. Now head for the castle. Here we go then. We don't need these stars here, but let's have a just quick go, see if we can get those as well. There we are. Right, so first bit of the game, you'll see here on all the doors we've got numbers on some of the doors. And basically, on the top right, we've got the number of stars that we've got at the moment. So at the moment, we haven't got any stars. So we can't. Basically, the number of stars denotes the doors that we can go into. So at the moment, we can't go into any with any numbers on. So we need to go and find one without. So let's go to this one over here. There are some doors here. We're going to go through it anyway. I didn't mean to do that, but yeah. We can go through these as well. Some will take you outside. This one just brings you around in a circle. So right, let's do the first level then. So here we go. We'll probably just have about enough time to squeeze this one in. So let's see how we get. So we've got to get up to the summit. These little guys are my friends. I'm not going to talk to them. Not that there's any problem. It's the black ones I've got to avoid. So pretty standard. You can jump on top of the enemies as you would expect. Oh yeah, you got to watch out for those as well. They're kind of annoying. Sometimes you don't spot those and they just land on your head. Right, let's stop mucking about. Some of these little red coins up here. so many of those in each level. That didn't go well, did it? Ow. Neither did that. I love the soundtrack to this. I almost started humming away then. Oh, I never actually spotted that in there, look. I wonder if I can get him to come over here and just sort of smash this open a bit. No. Sometimes you can get these guys to just kind of break things for you on purpose. Alright. I did not mean to do that. Uh-oh. Well, these guys will sort of follow you around and you blow up. Yeah, these as well, these blocks, they're sort of secret blocks. Basically, you can unlock them by doing little trails, and they will give you special power caps. Oh, I totally messed up there. No, 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 don't let it go, don't let it go. Yay, extra life. I nearly made a pig's breakfast of that. Right. Not what I meant to do at all. Let's go on the top here. It took me a while to figure this out the first time I played it, that I've got to go up here. Well, I do have to go up here. I do have to not go in there. Come on, Mario, you're tiring me out just watching here. Right, okay. Now, I've got to go to the top of this hill for this first bit already. Let me get this guy to come over here a minute. See if we can blow this block up for me. I've not tried this before, but let's give it a go anyway. Come on. Yeah, that worked. You got a coin though. Not very helpful. Okay. Right, let's get to the top of this hill. I nearly didn't see that. Ah, that's where those water bombs are coming from. Controls in this game are pretty straightforward, as it's sort of alluded to in the instructions at the start of the game there. It's very, very simple. Obviously pretty standard Mario fare. If you jump on things, they generally break, or you eliminate them. Right, so already to our first boss here, after only 3 minutes of gameplay. Now, what I've got to do here is not fall off. Get behind him, and then I've got to let him come into the centre a little bit more. Gonna get behind him and throw him. Usual standard sort of Mario boss affair, really, where you got to do it 3 times. It's pretty standard stuff. Okay. Very colourful game. Very pretty looking. I think for its age, I think it looks really good. I mean, obviously, as I mentioned before, I'm playing on this emulator. If you play this on an emulator, even if you play this on the Switch, what's going on here? Why is this not working? That's better. If you play this on the Switch, you'll get very similar looking graphics. It looks very, very sharp in 2025. I think, as I mentioned before, if you're upscaling an N64 on a big television, I think you will. Probably find it looks a bit ropey. I have obviously been playing a lot of games on the N64. It's sitting under my television at the moment, yeah, I've generally found that if a game is available elsewhere, it is just better to play on there. So there we go. That first boss is pretty straightforward to get, so let's pick up the star. We might even run out of time for another level, so it'll take us 5 minutes. Okay. Now we can do anything with the number 1 written on it, so let's go and do the next level, which is, I think there's one at the top. I'm just going to do this one.
Let's go.
Right, so let's get up to the top again. I'll try and not wake up the little plants there. I just built one of those out of Lego actually only yesterday. It's been sitting around, some Lego sitting around for me to do for ages, and I was quite tempted to just do... oh, that's not gone well. Concentrate. I was tempted to do a show of it, but to be honest with you, I just never got around to it. So yeah, I made one anyway. It's fantastic. It's one of those sort of grown-up 18+ Lego sets. It looks fantastic. Definitely recommend doing it. It's quite a good build, quite a quick build actually. Right. Oh, let's try not to mess up this time. I forgot about the platforms coming out there. I just totally wasted a life for no good reason. I think this is the wrong way to go. Yeah, it is. Oh, okay. That's weird. Not quite sure what happened there, but okay. Yeah, climbing's nice and easy too. I actually wonder whether... Ah, can I? Oh no, I can't. So if you're playing this on an emulator and you're using something like a PS4 controller, which is what I'm doing at the moment, so I do have the controller for the Switch, the N64 controller for the Switch. So when I'm playing on there, I'll use that. But yeah, I'm using a PlayStation controller on here at the moment. It's very simple. So the C buttons end up being your right-hand analog stick, which is quite handy in this game because those are the camera ones. So it's very, very easy to get the hang of. I've got it mapped to X for A and square for B. I'm not sure why I did it that way around or whether that's just a default, but it seems to work okay. You just have to remember that's what I've set up. Right, why is this not working? There we go. Okay. Right, so what am I going to do now? I've got to do that 3 times. Try and remember what I'd got set as my trigger button actually. No, did not do that properly. As usual, another boss. 3 times and we got him. Oh, I keep missing. Didn't work very well at all, did it? I'm getting too eager. That's 2. Alright, 1 more. Nice good bit of, you know, like level difficulty increase. I think once you start to get to sort of the 3-star levels, it does start to get a little bit more challenging. There we go. That's another one done. Alright, there we go. And that's our star. So what I will do... so that's level 2 done. We're just about coming up to 10 minutes of gameplay. So what I'm going to do is, there is one more 1-star level, which is quite fun to do, which is very, very quick. And then we'll do that, and then we will leave it there, I think. So let's go and find that. Oh, there's Toad down there. He's just going to give me some advice. I don't need to speak to him. So what do I think of this game? Well, I think it's fairly obvious. I really enjoy it. I have tried to play Mario 64 quite a few times before. I never really got on with it, and I think that's maybe because I was playing it on a big TV on the, you know, upscaled, whereas I think the right thing to do is, like I said, play it on the Switch or an emulator. It looks really good. It's very bright and colourful, and it does play really, really easily. Now, for those of you who watch my channel, when I did the GameCube month with a little while back, and I had a look at Sunshine again, and I have to say I think this is by far the better game. I'm not a fan of Sunshine really. It's okay. As I said before, I don't hate it. I think it's just one of the weaker games, and it's one of the weaker Mario games, and I actually think that Luigi's Mansion is a better game on the GameCube. But this, however, is fantastic. And also, I think that the other problem with Sunshine was it wasn't a launch, and it seemed weird for Nintendo to launch a console without any kind of Super Mario Brothers game on it. So I think the Cube may have been the first to have done that. So yes, it was great to see the Nintendo 64 launch with that. Right, here we go. Let's jump into here. One of these windows you'll jump into. I happen to know it's this one. I did that very ungracefully. So here we go. I'm just going to slide down here and get the next star. So I'll get a few coins. It enables me to talk while I'm doing it. So yeah, this is basically, that's it for Super Mario 64. I had to play this. You know, if you're reviewing a Nintendo game, you've got to have a look at these sorts of things. Oh, that's a shame. I didn't get the extra life there. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it, and I've really enjoyed going back and playing it actually on the Switch. Obviously, you're seeing me sort of start the game over again here, but I have really enjoyed getting into this, and I think it is really good. A really good example of how to do 3D gaming properly, especially when you're taking something that used to be a 2D platformer into the 3D world. I don't think it's something that Sega did as well with Sonic. I mean, I don't dislike the 3D Sonic games. I just think that this is a better example of how to do 3D gaming. And, you know, as I said with Mario Sunshine, I don't think Nintendo always got it right. I think Mario Sunshine just wasn't quite right. The cameras and all sorts of things like that in that just really kind of were annoying. This just feels a bit more polished. It feels a bit more well thought out. It balances quite well. It looks really good. It's got fabulous soundtrack as you expect from Nintendo. It has everything you expect from a Mario game. It is just really good. So yes, there you go. That is my bit between for this week. So a couple of things coming up on the channel. I will be doing, just keep an eye open for it. Randomly, there will be a live stream. I'm going to just test out doing a live stream before I finally commit to doing something next Friday for Halloween. So that's my plan, is that next week my video will be just a live stream. There won't be a Friday video. It'll just be that. Probably about 8 o'clock is what I'm thinking, but I haven't completely fully decided that's definitely what I'm doing yet, but we will see. So so that is coming up as well. Obviously we've got the actual review of the N64 coming up as we get towards the end of October, which is very soon. So I'll be telling you what it's been like to live with the Nintendo 64 for the last 4 weeks. It has been very interesting. As somebody that never owned an N64 and didn't really know anybody that did, it has been somewhat of a voyage of discovery, but there have been some fantastic games on there as well. And yeah, this week, well, I haven't fully decided what I'm doing for this week yet, so keep your eyes peeled for Friday. I've got a good idea, and I have been doing some research, but I don't know if I've got time to pull it all together before Friday's video. So unusually, I haven't actually decided what I'm doing yet. So anyway, that is it for this week's The Bit Between. I'm just running around like a crazy person there while I'm trying to talk, riff and play all at the same time. But if you enjoyed these videos, please do hit that like and subscribe button. Just another side announcement. I'm going all out on social media as well at the moment, so I've set up a new Discord channel and a new Twitch feed as well, so keep your eyes open on those. I'll put links in the description below as well. But yeah, if you enjoy these videos, obviously, like I say, do hit that like and subscribe button. Really do appreciate the support. Other than that, I think I'll just leave it there. So from me and from Mario, please do all take care of yourselves. I'll see you around. See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Let's go.